right. So it's still loading. All right, guys, how's it going? This is the second time we're trying it. I had some issues with the internet connection, but anyway, guys, how's it going? How you guys doing?
Yo, yo, yo. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, really good, man. Thanks for having us on.
No worries, no worries. Here, Inferno Bull, tell me what's up, man? Why are you showing? Are you
I'm
the
sure.
bull now? Is it?
Yeah, I'm the Inferno Bull. I'm showing my true self. We only got a couple of days to launch, so I wanted to ramp up the heat. I'm in the Blaze Bar. I'm probably going to stay here all night. I'm drinking flames all week, so yeah, I wanted to just show you guys who I am and get you ready for Friday.
That's that's fantastic. That's fantastic. All right, guys. So I mean, probably before we get started, I mean, how has Blaze been so far for you guys? Like, probably give me some information regarding that.
It's been really good. We're all really pleased with the way it's been performing so far. You know yourself, launching something fully decentralized can be a tricky thing. It's run flawlessly, and although we didn't get a massive influx of people at the start, we are slowly, we're slowly building a community. The holders have kind of doubled. The token holders have doubled since the launch. So all the price is kind of stable there above $2. And I think just from here, even a couple of weeks ago, we were having a chat with Maxim Broadcast, and he was saying about it holding around that $2 mark. A couple of days ago, we pumped up to 350. We're back down around 250 at the minute. And to be honest, I'm just really pleased with the way everything's going. It's kind of just set up as a really solid foundation so far, and everything's working as planned. So you can't expect much more than that, Mike.
Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah. How about you, Inferno Bull?
Yeah, Inferno Bull is always bullish on Blaze. It's part of my ethos. I'll never ever not be bullish on Blaze. So that's part of why I'm here. That's the only reason Inferno was launched, was to be bullish on Blaze and Titan X. So yeah, I mean, we've had such a good start. The reward pools are growing every day, and it's just amazing to see. There's going to be free pools there over 100K in the next few days. So yeah, it's lovely. And like Ali as well, it's slow and steady, but it's auction based, and it was to be expected. So watch things grow. No expectations, but in the next 30, 60 days, I think we're going to be seeing some nice pulls, and also some increasing action from price with the things that the bull and more. There's a lot of builds that are being discussed behind the scenes. So it's getting really exciting. And yeah, as the Inferno bull, always bullish on Blaze.
Woo! Look, Mike, before we start as well,
Go
we've
ahead.
always come out front and center saying that, if you even look on the website, we're putting the community first. And, there's 8 guys here, and we're always out front and center. We're building hard. We're always focusing. We are throwing, there's no founder allocation on Inferno. There's no founder allocation in the next protocol that we've got coming out. Everything we're building is for the community. We're participating heavily like everybody else, and we're going to keep banging out these awesome protocols that benefit our own ecosystem, fully decentralized. And we're not skimming everything off the side. We're participating in all this stuff like everybody else. So I'm bullish on Blaze, and Inferno's going to light it up on Friday.
Fantastic. Yeah. Shout out to Marco the Hexican. It seems like he's listening in. Shout out to you. He is, what is he saying? Driving. So I'm just hearing BRB. Is that in background?
Be
Or
right
what
back.
is it? Okay. All right. Yeah. Marco, shout out to you. Yeah. So, I mean, let me start sharing my screens because you guys know how I do the interview, because we want to dive deep a little bit more into Inferno, and let's just check it out now. So here we got the nice Inferno bull here, and we also got the Inferno bull in real life on the stream as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start like usual, what is Inferno and how to mint it, and then we're gonna look at the buy and burn and the liquidity pools, and then lastly we're gonna check out the audits for you guys. So probably just before we get started straight away is like, Ali, what is Inferno and why should I participate?
Okay, so Inferno is it's a meme coin with added utility. As a meme coin with a cap supply, no founder allocations, a 90% ban burn. It burns tight. It burns 8% Titan X. It is just it's built specifically to try to pump its own price if possible, and also help to pump the Blaze price as well. So at the core of it, it is a meme coin. It's going to have 8 minting cycles. So there'll be a capped supply. After 8 weeks, it will be fully deflationary. The ban burn will just keep eating away at the capped or at the supply. And then after that, it literally is just a deflationary meme token with a strong community behind it. That's a one big thing that's important as well. You know, we're here. We're launching a meme coin for the Titan X and Blaze ecosystem, and we plan to continue. You know, to continue with this meme all the way. The Blaze bull is here for the bull run. So that's what it is at its core. It's very simple. It is a meme coin with some lovely added tokenomics to help it try to pump its own price. I think you're muted there, Mike. Are you talking?
Oh, I think I muted myself there. Sorry for that. So you do see the screen, is that correct? Yeah, right.
Yep.
Okay, all right. So here is essentially, I mean, from what I've been reading, so please correct me if I'm wrong here. It's that you, as the user, you're gonna send in some Titanics into the Inferno smart contract, and then you mint, and then you get your Inferno essentially. When you do that, do you get it straight away on the mint day, or is it like do you have to collect it later on?
Go ahead, Bad Sport Chief. You take over here.
Yeah. So essentially, yeah, you come into the protocol, you deposit your Titan X, and then within the first mint period, which lasts for 24 hours, there will be no Inferno claimable until that first mint period is finished. So once that 24-hour period has finished, your claim will then become available, and that's all within the DApp. There's a nice button there that's got a timer on it, and you know exactly when that 24 hours is up, and your Inferno is there for you.
All right. So that's like essentially very similar as the Blaze batches, right? Is that like 24 hours later you can claim it, right?
Yeah, as soon as that ticks over
Yep.
past that 24-hour mark, the claim
Mhm.
button becomes active straight away. Same thing.
All right. Okay. And then let's talk now about the distribution regarding. Okay, so the Titanic's itself. I've seen like 90% of it goes to the buy and burn. We're gonna talk a bit more on the buy and burn as well, but 90% of that Titanic's goes to the buy and burn, and then 2% of it goes to the liquidity wallet, which is going to be sent to Pulse Chain. I think I have more question regarding that one, and then 8% of the Titanic's gets burned away straight away. So that's at least that will pump at least somewhat the Titanic's price as well, because because of the supply. Probably one of the first question is why not 20% burning?
Of Titan X.
Yes.
Well, okay. That's burning. Burning's got its right place and its wrong place. You know, in a way it does. You know, the more you burn, the less it benefits your own protocol. Okay, so we are here to benefit Titan X, and we've got that 8% in there. You know, we do want to contribute to the Titan X ecosystem, but you've got to be careful that you don't throw away too much of the economic energy, Mike. You know, Jake's talking about, you know, maybe, you know, people, you know, he kind of said, came out a week or so ago saying kind of 8% minimum. You know, he'd like to see 8% minimum or 8 to 20%. You know, I'd like to see him building his products that can burn as much Titan X, and you know, other people can step up and throw some burn some Titan X as well. But 8% for us is the right amount for us to go with.
Yeah, and
Gotcha.
just add to that as well. We was actually disappointed with the 90% burn of Inferno. You know, the narrative. You know, the last thing we wanted to do is go below 90% because it's such a strong strong narrative to Ben of a capped meme coin, right? So we was in the high 90s and we dropped it. We wanted to benefit Titan X. We also wanted to provide some liquidity with future work for the Blaze ecosystem. So yeah, that's where we got to 90. We didn't want to drop below 90. We wanted to keep it there. So it's a lot to do with benefiting the Blaze community, everyone who's involved there. You know, people are going to come in from our Blaze community, from our sub community, and give as much economical value, like Ali says, into the Inferno token when it's live. But of course, you know, we're here for Titan X. That's why we're here. That's why we started building. So we made sure that we had a fairly nice allocation towards that as well.
Great. And I mean, one thing I'm also seeing here as well is like there is no founder allocation whatsoever. Is that correct?
Yeah, nothing at all. There's nothing coming to us. This is obviously, like I was saying at the start, this is built to help the Blaze protocol as much as possible.
Fantastic. So, I mean, one of the things is here this regarding that these 2% here. What is why are you guys sending it to Pulse Chain? Can you explain more what's going on here?
Okay, so without giving any details away, we have another protocol lined up, and we have got plans for future development on Pulse Chain. We want to bridge some funds over there to start creating, certainly to be able to create nice thick liquidity pools over on Pulse Chain. So this is a start of it. This is not us taking any money out. This is a start of us, putting some funds to the side to help us fund a part of what we're going to do next for the ecosystem over on Pulse Chain. We don't want to give any details away yet about what we're building over there or what we're doing going over there, but we threw that in there for two reasons: to obviously to start getting the funds for what we're going to start doing over there, but also to let the community know that we're serious, and this is one of the things that is going to come next from the Blaze 3 Labs team.
Okay, so the other question will be, when you bridge over the Inferno, this is Titan X going to be bridged over?
No, it's going to buy Blaze. That 2% is going to buy Blaze, and it's the Blaze. Okay, so just this part at this stage will not be fully decentralized, Mike. This will sit in a multi-sig wallet that's controlled by the Blaze team until we actually send it over and use it in a protocol.
Okay, but it is actually buying that 2% is buying Blaze, and then he's gonna send Blaze over to the other side to Pulse Chain.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I see. All right, maybe we jumped in probably a little bit too deep here, but this was something which I did not understand very well, and that's why I just jumped straight to that.
Really good. We want the community to know. We want everybody to know that two things. It's very important that we want people to know that bit is not fully decentralized. We always harp on about fully decentralized, but we're always open and honest about everything. We can't we need to fund future protocols, but we can't actually decentralize that part of what we're doing at the minute. So it's good that the community know that as well.
All right, yeah, I think that's pretty much clear now. So the Titan X which comes in, 8% get burned, 2% goes to this liquidity wallet, which buys Blaze, and then it will send it at some point to Pulse Chain. And then the other part is the buy and burn with 90% of the Titan X. So let's talk now a little bit about the mint allocation here. I think this is probably, I think you mentioned it a bit earlier on as well, but probably
Mike, before we bounce into that,
okay.
Bad Sports, the transaction, what way does the transaction work whenever you mint your Inferno? What way does that transaction work? You click mint. You send them, you send 1 billion Titan X in the week one, you're minting 1 billion Inferno. What way does that transaction work? Does it send the 8, the 2, and the 90 all in one hit, or is it what way is that set up?
So when you mint Inferno, then the Titan X is then split out. So 8% is removed straight to the bird address, and then the 2 is sent directly away, and the 8%, the 90% then stays in the buy and burn wallet, or the buy and bend vault until that's triggered on the 48 hours in the protocol. So yeah, it goes through in that one transaction, but it's split out immediately before any buy and burn or buys to Blaze and liquidity wallets are sort of involved.
All right, all right. Probably, I think one question from Helios here. He's asking, where does the PLS come from on the other side of the Blaze PLS LP? I mean, either they're chatting here and I haven't seen it, but the Blaze which gets sent over, which pair is it going to be on the other side then? Is that
Okay,
probably the
so
question he's asking?
well, that's when obviously we're not giving anything away just yet, but the Blaze will be paired with PLS over on the Pulse chain.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So
initially it will be paired with PLS, just to form and to establish a pair on Pulse chain, and then the future protocols that will come on Pulse chain will have their own pairing with Blaze as well. But we can't really go into that at the minute.
all right, yeah, that's fantastic. So probably I think the next thing would be to check out the mint allocation here. So yeah, probably just explain how that works so that people can understand actually.
Go ahead there.
Yeah, so yeah, the mint allocation. So you come in week one, and that first 24 hours of the minting cycle, you'll have a 1-to-1 pairing with Titan X. So yeah, one Titan X in, one Inferno out, and then 7 days later, then you get the mint cycle 2, and that drops 5%. Initially, we had that dropping 10%. That was to draw in more participants into week one. And then, from streams and conversations with other people in the community, we decided that the timing of week 2 was aligned with day 280 of Titan X. So we reduced that to 5% to give some sort of fairer allocation to people that maybe had claims out coming in day 280. And then, so after week 2, we then drop 5% every 7 days, and you have a minting cycle for 8 weeks from week 1 to week 8.
Okay, I see. All right, but essentially is so this Friday, when I do my mint 24 hours later, I'm going to get my Inferno, and then essentially I have to wait 1 week more if I want to participate again. But during that week, I can still trade it, right? I mean, I can still sell and buy my tokens, right? When the LP gets created, we're gonna get into the LP creation, but that's how it's gonna work. Is that correct?
Yeah, same
Yep.
thing again as always, Mike. We're going to have that when the first, I think it's 50 billion Titan X comes into the protocol. The wonderful smart contracts will create that liquidity pool. We'll do all the little tricks to create the liquidity pool, and hopefully, that's just, it took it. What was it, 11 minutes or something? For the Blaze one to form, we would imagine this one might form even quicker.
All right, I see. So, are you gonna do another $1,000 challenge or something like that?
Hell no. I'm done giving money away for free. I'm working my ass off here, building shit and streaming every night. That's enough. I'm
Yeah,
giving my heart and soul, man. Don't take my money.
yeah. Well, I thought you guys gonna do another 1,000 challenge, man. It would be great.
Yeah, you can go halfers.
Yeah. All right, man. The times are tough, guys. It is what it is. All right. So let's go to the buy and burn part. I think this is gonna be also the interesting part. I mean, as you said yourself, there's gonna be initially some LP creation, right? And the LP creation, as far as read or as you had said early on as well, is as soon as essentially around 10K of Titan X comes in, uh, that's when you're gonna create the LP. Is that correct? Or and can you probably speak into that about the LP creation first?
Yeah. So once the protocol goes live on Friday, 2 p.m. UTC, the first 50 billion Titan X that comes in, I think that's probably more around $12,000 at the moment. that 50 billion, it's a hard cap 50 billion, so it's not a dollar value.
Gotcha.
Once that comes in, then that will be bought. That will buy Blaze with that 50 billion, and it'll pair with the minted Inferno, which will be 50 billion Inferno, and form that LP in a V3 Unipool.
Okay, so that's going to be 50 billion Titan X, and was that going to be around? Currently, is around 12K. Is that it?
I believe it's around there. Yeah, not far off.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So the LP is going to be bootstrapped. 50 million Titan X comes in, and then you're going to mint. Essentially, I guess it's going to be a one-time mint function again, where you're going to mint 50 billion Inferno. Is that correct?
Yep, that's it. Bang on.
All right, all right. So I mean, I did calculate the starting price here, but I think I got it a bit wrong because I think I calculated with 10K, but whatever. I mean, do you guys know the starting price already?
I actually have no idea. I haven't even
Okay.
heard anybody discussing this one yet.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why you're here, guys. anyhow,
It
we're
doesn't
gonna.
matter what it starts at as long as it goes up.
I guess so. I guess so. Okay, so one of the things I would like to ask you guys as well. I mean, you decided for the Blaze Titanix a V2 pool, but this one here is going to be a V3 pool. Why did you guys choose a V3 pool for this one?
Yeah, I can answer that. So we with Blaze Titan X, we had quite a few members of the community, possibly due to education or probably due to rushing through, and had some severe mishaps with swapping into the V3 pool that was created with Blaze. So we probably prefer now with this token. It works for Blaze because we just want to have that complete pool on V2 where the fees just accumulate, for the next 18 years. But with Inferno, we wanted to keep it V3. Everyone can come in, they can swap with ETH, they can swap with Titan X. It will route through, and there's not going to be any serious slippage issues like what they've had with Blaze.
Okay, so the reason why you chose V3 was because in the beginning, Blaze, somebody created a V3 pool with very little liquidity, and some people tried to swap and they got wrecked.
Yeah, it's still even now. The V3 pool is it's a community pool, and it's quite thin. So there's still a lot of people who are trying to root through there, which is unfortunate. I'd like to do maybe some more education on that personally, and make sure that people are setting themselves up properly on Uniswap or whatever DEX they use, and make sure they're routing through the correct pools. There is settings that you can adjust and make sure that you don't accidentally lose 40% to slippage.
Gotcha. Yeah, no worries. I think that's clear. I mean, here I'm seeing some more comments here regarding the starting price. I mean, obviously, if you can calculate it in terms of Titanix, that's going to be easy. But obviously, Titanix also moves, which is paired to Ethereum, and the Ethereum has the price. So, yeah, I mean, but it was just like my calculation there was just like a ball figure to see where the starting price is going to be, but it's going to be with a lot of zeros, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, one of the things is regarding V2 is also obviously one of the things is like the fees get compounded in there, but also the other thing is it's much easier for the price to pump on a V2 than a V3, because on a V3 I can create like a sell wall, and it's going to be essentially almost impossible to power through that. So I mean, it has advantages, a V3, but there's also a lot of disadvantages, like regarding depending what you want to do. So maybe for the meme coin, V2 would have been even better and swept it around. But well, it is what it is, guys.
Yeah.
um,
There's also
mhm.
we also decided to go with V3 because we wanted to actually make use of the fees that were earned from it, so not just adding them to the pool. So I believe that we are burning all of the fees that come through the V3 pool at the moment.
Okay. I mean, this is
Yeah.
essentially very similar as to Titan X.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, yeah. So that's great. So you're gonna all the feeds which get generated. I guess you're gonna just you have a function which collects them and burns them. It
Yep.
seems right.
Yep.
So probably the other thing, I mean, okay, probably for the people who are new and don't understand, like this is somewhat my drawing here is essentially almost all the same because this is exactly what all of them do similar things, which is the buy and burn. So the Titanic's lands here, and that Titanic's buys the blaze on the V2 pool, which got created, and then that blaze now gets sent to the Inferno blaze pool, and that Inferno gets burned. So probably one of the things I would like to ask is this also fully decentralized as the Blaze one?
Yes. Yeah. It's almost identical to how the Blaze functions work. So once the buy and burn's called, the transactions are all decentralized. They're all public functions, right? So I think the
Mhm.
only difference with Inferno is how the liquidity pool is formed. So
Mhm.
there's a function to call that pool as opposed to it being automatic. So it just needs it's a public function, so anyone can call it. It will be probably someone from the team because we're going to be there hands on at the time. So that's the only difference from uh, the differences to how the functions are called is that the LP is a public callable function as opposed to automatic.
Okay. All right, I gotcha. So probably one of the things is also can you just dive in how the decentralized buy and burn works actually? Because I think some people haven't they don't know exactly how it works as well. Because if I remember correctly, on Blaze, it's there's a day limit and then there is also a dollar limit, essentially, right? Can you explain that as well, please?
Yeah, sure. So it's the ethos behind the buy and burn is very similar, but the actual mechanics and the allocations are very different. So you have an amount that comes in from mint one, an amount of Titan X, and that is then it's removed from the minting contract and it's taken to the buy and burn contract. Once it's in the buy and burn contract, it can then be called by a public function, and that will become available 24 hours after the mint starts. So that'll be on mint cycle one. That'll be Saturday at 2 p.m. UTC. So that buy and burn. Sorry, that's when the claim will become available. So once the claim's available at Saturday at 2 p.m. UTC, you then have 24 hours after that before the buy and burn is available. So that'll be this Sunday, 2 p.m. UTC. You'll be able to call the buy and burn. You've got every 30 minutes that buy and burn will be callable. So in the white paper, it says 28 minutes. And we had some issues with just nominal issues in the code that 28 minutes was not really suitable. So we changed that to 30 minutes. That was some advice from one of our auditors. So that's 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes, you can come in, publicly call the buy and burn. There's a user fee, which is 1.5%, same as Blaze. And that the value that's in that buy and burn vault is then spread out from the first available day to the next following mint cycle. So you have 4% of that total Titan X value that's in there from mint one. You have 4% available for each 24-hour day from Sunday to Wednesday, and
Mhm.
then once that Wednesday has then turned over into Thursday of the protocol, that ramps up to 10%. So everything that's within that vault becomes available, 10% available for calling on that specific day.
Okay.
Once that Thursday turns over, you have Friday and Saturday, which is
Mhm.
then 15% each day. So we have like a 24-hour period without a buy and burn, with mintable tokens on the market, and then we slowly ramp up 4% per day until Thursday, and then it's 10%, 15%, and 15%.
Okay, so let me probably just write that. So the first 4%, this is of the 90% of Titanics which comes in, right?
That's it.
All right, so 4% of Titanics, and that is until when?
That will be the Wednesday. So that will be Wednesday at 2 p.m. UTC. So we will follow. So all turnovers or all tickovers in the protocol will be from the launch. So it will be 2 p.m. UTC. So every 2 p.m. turnover is when the percentages or the buy and burns will change.
Okay, so I mean, probably let me ask you this though. That 4%, well, obviously we don't know exactly how much that's going to be, but is it timed that every 30 minutes it's going to run out exactly on Wednesday? Then is it, that's how it's timed?
It's not necessarily timed that it will run out on that specific turnover, but anything that's left in there from that 4% day will then roll over into the 10% day on the Thursday. So, for instance, if say for instance there was 5 calls that were not triggered on Wednesday,
Yeah.
anything that's within that call, that them accumulated calls will then roll over into the Thursday.
Okay. So so 10%, that is then on Thursday.
Yes, Thursday. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thursday. All right. And then I don't know. Sorry, is this on the because I think in the docs, is it written in the docs as well?
Yeah. If
Yeah,
you
it's
go
in the
to
white paper.
Okay, sorry. Because I
yes,
think
it's
it
under
probably easier.
the buy and burn tab.
Or let me just share this tab instead. Then the buy and burn is that?
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
It
Okay.
says
So
28 minutes there, but it's actually 30.
Yeah, that's right.
so you're saying 4% of the total links is used each day from Sunday to Wednesday. 4% per day. Okay, so that's okay, and then 10% is used on Thursday, but it always stays 30 minutes, regardless how much allocation there is. Is that correct?
Yep.
All right, okay, and then 15 is on Friday. Buy and burn. I would probably also just type in here Friday, like just put in the dates as well, so that people know when exactly it's going to happen. Okay.
Yeah, we could
Uh,
add in like an example of the week one underneath that, so it's quite clear.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, because I mean, the thing is, it says here, for example, if 4% is split into 251 parts, the value of each individual is calculated accordingly. Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. I think I missed this one here, this bit here. That's why I'm a bit. But anyhow, I think if you guys want, yeah, if you guys want to know more information regarding that, you can definitely have a look at the docs. Yeah, you can find the docs on titanicsub.com as well. There's a link
Yeah,
there
so
as well.
that 51 parts is obviously 48. And if it's every 30 minutes, it's 48.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, probably a bit more interesting there to see how that works. Here, somebody has a question here, and he's asking, will the earning fee be active for the Inferno Blaze for LP providers?
Yeah, so I kind of get that. If yeah, shout out to Sray as well. He's a key Blaze community member. He does a lot for us. Really cool to see him here. So yeah, like anything, V3 pool. Anyone who comes to a V3 pool and provides liquidity will earn fees, and then yeah, whatever they want to do with those fees is entirely up to them.
Absolutely, that's correct. Yeah, I think for now, I think we pretty much we talked about the buy and burn, how the liquidity pool gets created, and yeah, and the 1.5% incentives fee. I guess that's going to be Titanic. You're going to get Titanics basically calling that, right?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. That's correct.
So I mean, Mike, that's just built to ramp up as we go in. You know, as we get towards the next mint cycle. You know, on that day, that's when you're going up that 15%. The buy and burn's just higher as we get
Mm-hmm.
up to the sort of the next mint cycle. Just trying to create that, you know, that extra bit of hype within the protocol, and then, sorry, I forget what I was going to say.
Yeah, I think it's key to note at this point as well is that if you add up the percentages that we've just gone over, there
That's what
is
it was. That's what it was.
yeah, there's an amount that is left over. So the 4% and the 10 and the 215s add up to 56%. Yeah, I think
Yes.
56%. So there's 44% left over from each week, which then rolls over into the following cycle.
Okay. So it does roll over. Whatever remains rolls over to the next week.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay. And the question is, so you're, but is it gonna stay at some point? Is just gonna stay at 30%, or what is that? Is that 30% at the end after the first week, or how is that?
The remaining value, is that what you're talking about, Mike?
No, but because the thing is, like on the second week, there's also going to be money coming in as well. What percentage is going to be used then?
Okay, yeah. So every week, whatever value comes in, there will always be 44% of the value in the buy and burn available to roll over into the following week, and that happens every week for the 8 weeks.
All right, so it's going to start with 4% again, and then the 10%, and then the 15%. So the whole thing is just going to be playing all over again.
Yep, the buy and burn cycles repeat themselves exactly the same as week one for the in fact, not for 8 weeks. They repeat themselves for the foreseeable until the buy and burn is empty.
Oh, okay. So essentially the 4% and then the 10, 15, that every week is going to be like that. So there's no steady state at some point.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, I think hopefully you guys out there understood this, but I guess you can jump into the Telegram as well, and Ali and Bad Sports and all the other guys can definitely answer your questions out there.
Yeah, if we've got two telegrams at the minute. So we've got t.me/Blaze DeFi, which is our Blaze protocol. But if you want to come in there, we'll answer any questions about Inferno. We've got a dedicated Inferno telegram, which is t.me/Inferno Bull Win, and that is just purely dedicated to the bull. And yeah, it's a good fun in there. We're having a lot of crack. There's a lot of memes getting thrown around and some stupid videos. So come and join in, and we'll have a bit of fun.
Yeah, I mean, for all the links, you can just jump into the titanicSub.com. I have the links here for the Telegram and the Twitter, and also for the Blaze. You can have all the links here as well. And here I have the countdown as well for Inferno ready. So yeah,
Yes.
hoping that's what's gonna happen very soon then.
Brilliant.
Yeah. All right. So I mean, we have another thing here. I think another comment. He's saying, "I like a meme coin with utility capped to 8 cycles, first of its kind."
Yeah. First to launch.
First to launch. Fantastic. Yeah. So guys, I think this was pretty good. I think the last thing, maybe, I think we talked pretty much all the things. Maybe there's some other things you want to mention, but I mean, probably the last thing is more like the security and, let's say, audits. How does that look like so far? Are audits ready?
Oh yeah. We have used 2 of the auditors that we worked with for Blaze. They absolutely they're hyped with the developers that we went with. They said the code is solid. They didn't pick up any high vulnerabilities, so they have fixed everything. We've had 2 final reports back today. Both auditors were done consecutively. So we had audit 1 fixes, and then final report came through 2 days ago, and then the second audit final report came through today. So yeah, all flying colors. They're very impressed with what we've got, and yeah, nice comment today is that they're absolutely astounded at how the Titan X community approaches security. So that was really cool to hear.
Fantastic.
And
So,
another thing
go ahead,
as
Alex.
well. Sorry, yeah, another thing we run. They deployed another test net today. I minted 7 out of 8 cycles. All worked completely and utterly flawlessly. It was smooth as butter.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah. That's really good, guys. So I mean, is there anything you guys want to say? I think we talked about the audits. I think we talked about pretty much everything so far. So is there anything missing somewhat?
Yeah, we'll publish the audits like we did the last time. We'll probably publish what day is it today? It's Tuesday. We'll maybe throw them out tomorrow. Yeah, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow evening or something. We'll get them out. Give ourselves time just to get prepared. We'll get the audits out to the community. The auditors are, the auditors are they're shit hot. The devs are great. The auditors shit hot. I've been so impressed with the auditors that I've changed my Pulse Wars auditor to one of the guys that we've been using for the Blaze protocols. They're fantastic. They're so easy to work with. They're just on the ball. They find something, they work with the devs, get it fixed. There's no waiting around. We wasted so much time with Blaze at the start. Fanning around with auditors that would, it's like, what do these kind of crypto moves at a friggin' phenomenal speed. And we had guys that were like, you wanted to, you found something, you had to friggin' fill in a document to make a change. And, the document would get reviewed by everybody. The price for all the changes would get negotiated. Fuck it. Sorry for swearing. It was painful, but we've really found our flow. We've got rid of the dead wood. And yeah, we've just got a really great team at the minute.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's nice to hear that it actually worked out somewhat, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, guys, I mean, I have another thing here which I want to show you guys because let me just share my screen again. Well, I'm sharing my screen, but I'm gonna go over. So, if you visit now titanisa.com, there is something new now which I created, and this is the portfolio. There is a portfolio point now here, menu point here. So
Nice.
if you click on that, it does take on the first load it's a bit much, but you're just gonna paste in your address. I just copied some random address from Etherscan which has Titanix in it or Titanix miners per se, and I'm just gonna paste that in. That's like some random address I got, and if you load that, I mean, first of all, you're gonna see whatever how much he has on the net worth he has. You can add more addresses as well if you want, so you can have more than one addresses. And I'm also showing all the assets on Pulse chain and on Ethereum as well. So most of
Nice,
the
nice.
assets are going to be there. And if any coin is missing, just let me know, then I can add it into the list. But I think the most important one, I mean, here this is just like as a normal, as any other portfolio site where you have your assets. But I think the first thing which is more important is you can see your Titan X miners here, and here you can have your active. So I mean, this guy has quite a lot of Titan X miners. I mean, it's 900 of them, and 500 are active right now. So yeah, he's loaded. So I mean, you can already see. So you can
I think I
already
know who it
see.
is.
What's that? Get that tight next. That's $80,000 lumped into Inferno day one. Let's go, my man.
Yeah,
Woohoo!
yeah, and some of it's already claimable here, as you can see, right? Because if it was still running, I mean, I can see. Okay, all of them are claimable. So so either he's already losing money because he might be late.
Mm,
I'm not sure, but anyhow, this is something I've built, and you can also look
nice.
at when it ended. So you have your starting date, your end date, and then how long you mined for. And also here on the ended one is if you sold at the time of the claim, how much you would have gotten. This is also something to look at. But essentially, these are all the miners you can have. What I can do is I can probably pick another address here on Etherscan so that you can actually see.
When are you getting Blaze stakes on there, Mike?
I mean, the stakes are just daily, so it's yeah, it's a lot of work, you know,
Yeah,
and
I
since
bet.
they're only daily, it doesn't really matter. It's like I can show directly when you just claim it. I think that would be the easiest to just show it when you claim it. So I just got another random address, guys, and I have a button here which you can just add in a new address, and then once you add it, it's just gonna load again.
It gives you your total. Ah, nice. That's
Yeah,
great.
and then
That's
you can
great
just
work.
press to that new address basically. So now you see it's only 56 of them, and if you leave it on, it shows you all of them. So for both addresses. So here you can see this is still ongoing, right? I mean, I have a countdown here: 46 days, 5 hours, 22 minutes, right? And then if you click on it, it also show you when he started, like 3rd of December, 280-day miner, 8th of September is running. So I think this is something just good for everyone. You don't need to log in. It's all privacy friendly, and you can add as many addresses as you want, pretty much. And you have all your assets on pull chain as well.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah,
added
sick.
these two
Well
addresses
set up
because.
for our community.
Sorry, say again.
That's well set up for our community.
Yeah, yeah, I think so too, man. Yeah, so it was pretty hard to get it all running, but someone got it running. But if you see something not working correctly, let me know, then I'll fix it. I haven't, I haven't posted anything yet on Twitter. I will, but I just thought it's like I might use the time now
Is there a,
to.
is there a is there a tip address at the bottom of the site,
At the
Mike? Is
bottom,
there?
I added that too as well.
Oh yeah, good man, good man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've added that too, so you can copy the address there. With one click, the address is copied.
That's it. That whoever that first address was. Hint, hint, hint. Nudge, nudge.
Exactly, yeah, yeah. So anyway, guys, I think this is probably something good. I mean, I have 13x miners for now, but I might add the stakes as well. But I think the most important one is the miners, because most of the time it's like is the one thing I hated was like going to the site and then log in and then trying to see what is claimable, what is not. So I think this is a bit more easier. All right, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. And yeah, thank you for all being here. And yeah, visit titanixer.com, check out the new portfolio, and then yeah, we'll take it from there.
Yeah.
That pause is
Ah,
back.
Yeah, I just want to say, yeah, cheers, Mike, for having us. It was a good stream. Nice to get through the white paper. And yeah, we've got Inferno.win. That's our landing page. We've got a countdown on there for 2 p.m. UTC Friday, 26th of July. That's when we're going to launch. There'll be an enter site button that will appear, and then we're good to go. So yeah, we've got a couple days from now, and yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
Like, can I just share my screen quickly for like a couple of minutes?
Ali, fire away, my friend.
Yeah.
I think I have to do this exactly. Oh, hold on. Add to stage. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so there we are. That's the countdown there. Inferno.win, 2 days, 16 hours and 6 minutes. I do really love some of the work you've done with the Blaze Bull meme. But I just wanted to give a shout out to a few community members. The community's really stepping up lately. I think we're really putting the effort in ourselves, streaming, spaces, posting. But there's a lot of people are starting to share stuff. Just share content and create their own stuff. We've got DeFi Prosperities. One of the guys. Let me have a quick flick through here. Chiz again here today. Chiz made a nice post about Blaze. We've got DeFi Prosperity in there. Even Eric's up in the game. Eric, give us a shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Eric. The dragons are coming in. Love it.
Yeah, and we are, we're part of our meme. The bull, the Inferno bull meme. He's going to be going and kicking some dragon ass over the next few months. We're just trying to create a little bit of friendly competition within the community. We've got a lot of memes lined up. Get yourselves over into the Blaze, the Blaze bar for a few drinks, and we'll go and kick a few dragon asses. But yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to the community. You see, they're just people. I'm retweeting some of the awesome content that the community are making, and yeah, just wanted to give that shout out to everybody. We on the spaces, Mike, you and Plan A, we're talking months ago about how can we engage outside the community, And I think Jake hit on it on the stream, just about certain things like that. Just everybody, the more everybody shares, the more all the information gets out there. So we need help to make our protocols a success, and we're here for the community. The community needs to be here for us as well. So thanks everybody that's creating stuff, and yeah, keep it up.
Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah, you gotta have
Awesome.
some fun. You gotta have some fun.
That's one thing for sure. All right, guys. Yeah, thank you for listening in. And on your way out, don't forget to spank that like button. And I'll see you next time. Then, yeah. Have a good one.
Awesome.
Bye
Thank
bye.
Yeah.
you.
Thanks everyone. Thanks for coming. See you soon.
Bye bye. Bye bye.